Carrion Golem build is good for both offense and defense. It is recommended to try if you haven't tried it yet. This is a low-cost beginner friendly build with Tabula Rasa, and no unique golem jewels are equipped. Sometimes you die on enemies' big blow attack wearing Tabula Rasa, but you can clear 14 to 16 tier mapping and defeat 8A conquerors with this build wearing Tabula Rasa. And why wearing Tabula Rasa? It is just to show you that this is a low-cost and beginner-friendly build. Get rare 6 link armor after you get some currency. If you like summoner play style, this build is for you. Let's take a look at characteristics of Carrion Golem. Key points of Carrion Golem are buffs. Carrion Golem deals more damage for each of your non-golem minions near it. So what is non-golem minions? Zombie, skeleton, animated guardian, spectre, and so on. Carrion Golem gets a buff the most when there are at least 10 minions around it.
Carrion Golem grants added physical damage for your non-golem minions. This is why we love Carrion Golem when we do summoner builds. Carrion Golems are based on physical attacks, so you need to avoid a physical reflection map. Let's take a look at buffs of other golems. Stone Golem grants you life regeneration. Chaos Golem grants you physical damage reduction, survivability up. The Carrion Golem is a DMG dealer. It attacks with a series of slashes that increase in speed and damage, as well as a cascade of bone spikes. This is a low-cost build, so just use 4 Carrion Golem and 1 Stone Golem. Why don't we summon a Chaos Golem on low-cost build? Because we summon more Carrion Golems to clear maps faster. We will summon a Chaos Golem on a high-cost build. Sub-minion, zombie or skeleton. Zombies are usually used, but I prefer to use skeletons to zombies. Make sure to keep at least 10 minions around you to get the most buff from Carrion Golem. Val Skeleton will be your great meat shield. It is your choice which minion you summon. Val Molten Shell is used for our defense. Place Molten Shell on your mouse left click button. It will auto cast when you move. Use Val Molten Shell for emergency and boss battle. Use Convocation as often as possible. It is good for survivability of minions. Use Val Skeleton for emergency. They will be your meat shield and dealer.
Master of the Arena. You can find him on a map under influence of Warlord. Hold a key on the corpses to find his name and summon him. He applies a buff to nearby allies that grants increased attack movement and cast speed. Arena Masters bang their shield in your hideout. It might be a little noisy, depends on your sensibility. Carnage grants Frenzy Charge. Host Chieftains grants Power Charges. Both can be obtained at Act 7, Ashen Fields. Eventually, minions deal more damage because of Frenzy and Power Charges. Tabula Rasa. It is 6 linked and cheap. You can use any color for your skill gems. Use it until you make some currency. A rare 6 link armor. Recommended options: life armor, res, belly of the beast. It is also good choice to increase your armor, residential, and life.
Feeding Frenzy support. Feeding Frenzy support makes Carrion Golem aggressive. Clay Shaper. It is cheap core option +1 to maximum number of golems. It grants level 12 summon Stone Golem skill, but don't use it because level of Stone Golem is low. We will summon LV20 Stone Golem from a skill gem. Be careful not to summon low level Stone Golem. Cold Iron Point. Core option is +3 to level of all physical spell skill gems. Golem damage goes up. Carrion Golem is a physical spell skill. When you use 2 Cold Iron Point, it gets +2 to level of all physical spell. Golem damage goes up and up. Upgrade order. Use 2x Clay Shaper. Then Clay Shaper and Cold Iron Point. At last, use 2x Cold Iron Point. This build uses Clay Shaper and Cold Iron Point. Summon 4 Carrion Golem and 1 Stone Golem. Bone Helmet low cost. Base, minions deal 15 to 20% increased damage, life, res. Bone Helmet mid to high cost. Recommended options are +2 or +3 to level of socketed minion gems. Socketed gems are supported by level #minion life, res, life. Rare Golbs, life, res, stats, dex, prefix crafting, minions deal #% increased damage. Second wind support. Flame Dash, +1 cooldown use, Convocation and Molten Shell have increased cooldown recovery rate. Rare Boots, life, res, stats, dex, movement speed. Use, Rare Belt then, upgrade to Stygian Vice, it has 1 abyssal socket, life, res, stats, dex. The Jinx Juju. Strength, dexterity, intelligence, and chaos resistance are increased. 10% of damage from hits is taken from your Spectre's life before you, a player's survivability goes up. Allocation, Ravenous Horde. Equip Ring 1 to the left, Profane Proxy Unset Ring. Profane Proxy Unset Ring. You must equip it to left ring slot, it has a socket to use a skill gem, left ring slot. Your Chilling Skitterbits aura applies socketed Hex Curse instead, your Shocking Skitterbits aura applies shocking to enemies. Why we equip it to left ring slot? We can deal more damage to enemies that are shocked, your Shocking Skitterbits aura applies shocking to enemies, eventually we deal more damage to enemies. Use vulnerability in the socket, it curses targets causing them to take increased physical damage, golem damage goes up. Try to avoid these map mods for your mental health. Life generation penalty, reflected physical damage penalty, elemental weakness penalty, temporal chains penalty. You can clear the reflected elemental damage map mode.